What's going on, guys? Daniel aka Phoenix here, back with another video for you guys. This is my top 10 movies of 2016. Now, I see a lot of movies. I don't know how much I've seen this year, but it's a lot. And I like to rank them and talk about the ones that I thought were the best because they're good movies and I'm all about movies and writing and everything. And just to give a little insight on some movies that you guys might have not seen and should maybe check out if you haven't seen them already, because they're pretty good movies. So coming in at number 10 is The Nice Guys, right there. I even bought this on Blu-ray on Black Friday because it was good. I mean, I watched it. I loved Russell Crowe and Ryan Gosling's chemistry, and the theme, it was in the 70s. I think it was in the 70s. It was like a timepiece, and all the scenery was of that era, and it was pretty cool, and it was funny and fun, and it was just a great time watching that movie. Number 9, you guys might get mad at me for this. It's not gonna be number 1. It's not gonna be higher on this list. I barely managed to get it on on the list at all. Is Star Wars, or Rogue One, a Star Wars story right there. I just couldn't get attached to a lot of the characters, really, and the only redeeming fact, a huge redeeming factor of the movie was the presence of Darth Vader. I'm not gonna spoil how he's present in the movie, but his scenes were the only things that tied me back back to Star Wars and everything, that elevated this to a better movie for me. All the other stuff I was kind of whatever about, because you knew the end result, you knew where they were coming from, and there wasn't a whole lot of added stuff that was added to the entire saga. There was only 1 or 2 things. Coming in at number 8 is Deadpool. If you guys can see that without any glare. I had to give it a red case. I took the Terminator one and put it on there. Completely redefined the comic book superhero movie genre. This was crazy, so funny, so different, just a fresh taste of superhero movies than nothing we've ever seen before. Ryan Reynolds is perfect in this movie, really fun movie, completely got something not the typical superhero movie, and that was nice with all this MCU, DCEU, X-Men stuff. I mean, this is in the X-Men universe, but it's still Deadpool's his own thing, and I can't wait for the next one. At number 7 is Bleed for This. Miles Teller keeps proving to me that he's an amazing actor. I love him in Whiplash, Spectacular Now, this movie, and I'm probably missing another one, but there's a lot of movies I like him in, and he carries this movie. You can really tell, and it's based on a true story, and this is such a great sports comeback. It's crazy. And he really delivers. It's really fun. It's a good motivating movie about coming back from really hard times, and his performance in it was amazing. He portrayed that character really well, in my opinion, and I just had a fun time. It doesn't have as many boxing movie cliches as normal boxing movies made nowadays do. So I thought that was nice. Number 6 gave me probably one of the biggest epiphanies I've ever had in my entire life, and that was Arrival. Amy Adams, amazing job in this movie. She was awesome, but the premise and the story of this movie was out of this world. I realized how the thing was gonna play out, and I was boom, light bulb, oh my gosh. I just flipped out in my seat. I knew it was I realized I understood life at that point, and that's kind of how it is in that movie. Very realistic first alien encounter. I don't think it would be so super crazy war-like movie. It was more grounded and character driven and mysterious in that aspect. So I thought that was interesting the way they did that, and the camera work and the filming, awesome job. He did Prisoners and Sicario, and those were both pretty good movies, Prisoners especially. Coming in at number 5, my sister dragged me to see this movie. I didn't expect a lot of it going into it, but that was Me Before You. Oh my gosh, Finnick Odair, craziest man alive, is in this movie, and he's good. He does a great job. He's a quadriplegic, I think that's the word, but he's in a wheelchair, paralyzed, and you can tell that he hates life, and then this girl comes along, and they really have amazing chemistry, and that's what really drove this movie and really carried the movie. If they didn't work, then the movie didn't work, but they worked on a really good level, and his acting and portrayal of the role of Will Traynor was really good, and I really dig that. It was something different. I don't really expect a lot from chick flicks because a lot of them are like really low, especially like the Nicholas Sparks one. Those are really, really low. But this was completely different. That really took me off guard. Coming in at number 4, there's always that one, maybe 2 animated movies that sneak onto a top 10 list. Last year, I don't even remember. I think Big Hero 6. I think that came out last year, right? But Big Hero 6 was awesome. I bought that. But this year it was Kubo and the Two Strings. That's right. I bought that too because Kubo and the Two Strings was awesome. What a way to build a world. Like, they built this entire universe in this world, and gotta give credit. Since it's animated, they can pick whatever their art style they want. The stop motion, clay, animation, paper, origami, that was so cool. And it was so beautiful on the screen, just watching all these creations come to life and everything. And the story was like epic, and it was like a kid's adventure and all this stuff. And it was really fun and surprisingly dark. So I was like really interested in how serious they took this world and everything. And it wasn't just a cheesy kids movie. It was actually enjoyable for like adults and audiences like myself. At number 3, we have, oh my gosh, MCU does it again with another origin story. Doctor Strange was awesome, trippy as hell. This movie's crazy, but it was highly entertaining. Benedict Cumberbatch, amazing as usual. Kind of lacking in the villain as all MCUs. That's like their trait, except for Loki. But I mean, he was okay. He wasn't the worst one, so I don't give it as much crap. But like, really cool sorcery, magic stuff. Introduced another element into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And the post-credit scene, man. Not the second one. The second one's pretty like whatever. But the first one, holy crap, makes me super hyped for one of the MCU movies coming out. And if you've seen the movie, you know which one I'm talking about. Coming in at number 2. This was clearly like number 2 for me, but it wasn't going to be number 1, but it was still number 2, which is really awesome. Third movie in the beloved Star Trek series, the rebooted J.J. Abrams. However, this one wasn't directed by J.J. Abrams, it was directed by Justin Lin. It was still awesome, but you could tell it was like different, which was a nice refreshing tone in the movie. But yeah, Star Trek Beyond, still fun Star Trek. We got the crew back together. It's another adventure and it's awesome. Super fun. It kind of gives a little more characterization to all the people because they're like split up Lord of the Rings style, and we got to come back together. Really fun movie. Proves again and again why I think like these movies are like better movies than the Star Wars movies. I could make a video about that if you guys wanted to. I'd probably be making a lot of people mad, but I don't care because I compare the two and that's how the way it is. But Star Trek Beyond, a really fun time. Good continuation in the Star Trek series, and I can't wait for Star Trek 4. Okay, number 1. Y'all pretty much guessed it at this point. Captain America Civil War. I mean, could you not? This movie was epic. The airport scene alone grants it the number 1 spot. Ultimate superhero action, top of the line MCU content. I got an MCU poster right there, and like, this was surprisingly emotional. Like, we got a real emotion from Tony Stark. That was like crazy and unseen before. I thought it really took me I don't know the expression. It really blew me away, kind of. Took me off guard. That's it right there. Yeah, I didn't expect that, and I was like, this was quite a personal story for Tony Stark. And then just seeing him dish it out was awesome. Like, perfect thing to see on the blue screen, not on the blue screen, on the big screen. Didn't see it in IMAX though. Only thing I saw this year in IMAX was Doctor Strange on this list, and that was really awesome. But Civil War was still really nice. Like, amazing movie right there. Like, this is the best MCU movie so far, challenging maybe Guardians. It's a toss-up for me. But oh yeah, like, the more MCU movies that come out, the less good Avengers seems. Like, I'm sorry, but like, that's how it is. I think I kind of like Doctor Strange maybe a little more than Avengers. That's how I am. Like, that's how good these new movies are kicking down the lower ones. So that's my top 10. And if I'm sorry I didn't include bigger movies like BVS or Suicide Squad, I'm sorry I didn't like enjoy those like as much as everybody else did. And if you're really sad or mad that I put Rogue One at number 9, then I mean, comment, yell at me. I'm sorry. Let's share our differences. But anyways, guys, that has been my top 10 movies of 2016. I can't wait for 2017. Hopefully it's a lot better year. This was kind of a struggle putting all these movies together because not a lot of them were great. I mean, we had a bunch of big titles. Not a lot of them delivered. Hope 2017 is a better year. We got returns a lot of big franchises, a lot of things that I am looking forward to, but I'm going to talk about that in another video. Next video I'm doing is top 10 anticipated movies of 2017. Hope you guys are excited for that. I'm excited for that. Don't forget to drop a like on the video and subscribe if you haven't already. This has been Daniel A.K.A. Phoenix. Don't forget to find yourself, be yourself, and love yourself.